We have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. This is your Week 11 Thursday Night Football 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. This is a game that can have huge implications as the season progresses, as this is a division game and this is the first time both of these teams are meeting. Let's start off with the Baltimore Ravens. They just lost to another AFC North team in the Cleveland Browns last week, and they had the game in full control into the last quarter of the game, and Deshaun Watson went nuclear in the second half. Lamar Jackson early in the game was performing up the standard, and as the game progressed, the Cleveland Browns defense gave him a lot of problems, and he turned the football over. He had 2 interceptions in this game, and he's had a fumbling problem throughout this entire season. But yet the Baltimore Ravens have been one of the best teams in the NFL. He was 13-23, 223 passing yards, and had 1 touchdown and got sacked 3 times. He has to do a better job taking care of the football in this game. You do not want to give Joe Burrow numerous chances to go out there and beat you. You saw what happened last week when you gave Deshaun Watson that offense numerous chances to go out there and beat you. That can't happen in this game, and they also have to run the football better as well. Lamar Jackson was the leading rusher last week with 41 rushing yards. Keaton Mitchell had 34 rushing yards, and they didn't give him the football enough, in my opinion. He only had 3 carries. He has shown that he's a very explosive running back. Get him the football as much as possible. He had 1 rushing touchdown. And Gus Edwards had a rushing touchdown last week, but only had 24 yards rushing off 11 attempts. They need to try to attempt to run the football more in this game and feed Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. But it's more than just that. Odell Beckham had 1 catch for 40 yards that went for 1 touchdown, and that is amazing. But he has to do more with this team. They have to get more production out of their wide receivers. Besides Zay Flowers and their tight end Mark Andrews, other guys have to step up and they have to hold on and catch the football. But the offense has to do a completely better job of taking care of the ball, from Lamar Jackson to running backs as well. And they also have to hone in on catching the football. Their defense, it has been amazing. Their defense has been one of the best defenses all season long. You have one of the best linebackers in Roquan Smith. Patrick Queen is a solid linebacker alongside him as well. Roquan Smith can go out and dictate this game. He is a game wrecker for the Baltimore Ravens. Go out there, put a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow, and keep everything in front of you. One thing I'm looking at with the Baltimore Ravens, Kyle Hamilton had the pick 6 last week. He's going to be essential in this game. He's one of the best safeties in football. You have Marlon Humphrey, who is questionable for this game, but he should be able to play this game. He hurt his calf against the Cincinnati Bengals. Hopefully he can play in this game because they're going to need him. You're going against a Bengals team. They may not have T. Higgins. He's questionable for this game. He didn't play last week and they're outing against the Houston Texans, but they still have Jamar Chase and they have Tyler Boyd. This secondary needs to come out, be aggressive, and they need to get a lot of pressure up front on Joe Burrow. I'm looking at Justin at the defensive end position, who has been very solid this season. 8.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. I'm not saying that you have to go back there and sack Joe Burrow every single time, but you want to put pressure on him and not give him the opportunity to go out there and throw the ball to Jamar Chase over and over again, the same with Tyler Boyd. So the Ravens defense needs to come out and be very aggressive. Blitz if you need to. Be wary of that because Joe Burrow is amazing against the blitz, but they have the personnel to do so. But offensively, catch the football better, be sound, and Lamar Jackson take better care of the football. Far as the Cincinnati Bengals, last week was also a brutal week. This team lost to the Houston Texans, and it came down to a goal line play to where Tyler Boyd did not catch the football. And it had consequences because the Houston Texans go down there, they kick a field goal, and they win this game. Joe Burrow was 27-40, 347 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and got sacked 4 times. He cannot have those interceptions in this game. You do not want to give the Baltimore Ravens multiple chances. Just like how you don't want to give Joe Burrow multiple chances if you're the Baltimore Ravens. Same with Joe Burrow. You do not want to go out there and just give Lamar Jackson free chances and give him short field because he will make you pay. Jamar Chase had an amazing week last week, 5 catches, 124 yards, and 1 touchdown. Tyler Boyd had that 1 drop, but besides that, he had 8 catches for 117 passing yards and 0 receiving touchdowns. Get the ball to those guys. Do the same thing with Trent Irwin as well. Hopefully T. Higgins can play in this game, but he is questionable to play in this game. He missed last week dealing with a hamstring injury that was triggered in practice. Hopefully he can play, because that's a major target for this team. We saw what he was able to do against the Buffalo Bills. He needs to be on the field to get some things going, but as long as they have Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd, they'll be in a good situation. Joe Mixon only had 11 carries last week, and the longest rush on the day was for 15 yards. They should be getting him the football more. Get him the football 15 to 20 times a game and take some pressure off of Joe Burrow. I know that he's healthy now. He's no longer dealing with that calf injury, but still make life easy for Joe Burrow. Don't just get 100% pass happy with Joe Burrow. Try to get the run game going and work into play action. That is when Joe Burrow is at his best, when guys aren't able to just stand out there and just be in standstill coverages. Now let's talk about the defense of the Cincinnati Bengals. Last week was a solid outing, but it wasn't the best. Sam Herbert is questionable for this game. He's on pace to play in this game. Trey Hendrickson, the star pass rusher for this team, who has been amazing with this team. 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He hyperextended his knee against the Houston Texans, and he did not return in that game. And he is questionable for this game. Hopefully he can play, but that's a hard injury to play with and to come back from in short notice, because he's a guy that likes to bend the edge and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I don't know how he will look out there if he does play, because Lamar Jackson is such a scrambling threat. But if he is able to play, that's a huge plus for this solid defense. Logan Wilson is going to have to be on his A game in this game, because this is a Ravens team that still likes to run the football at times, and he's going to have to be on his P's and Q's when it comes to tackling in space. The secondary of the Cincinnati Bengals is in a very interesting situation. Chidobe Awuzie is questionable for this game. I think that he will be able to play, and same with Cam Taylor-Britt. Their secondary has been able to get better throughout the entire weeks. For the last couple of weeks, one thing that their secondary prides itself on is to go out there and to be aggressive, but it starts with their front seven. Their secondary is up and down, but their secondary is at best when their front seven can generate pass rush and they don't have to hold up for as long. That's why they can go out there and be very aggressive. But I trust the defensive coordinator and Coach Lou to go out there and get some things done. He's one of the best defensive minds in the NFL. This is going to be a very close game, but it comes down to who can take care of the football better and who is going to be healthier on the field. With that being said, I am going to take the Baltimore Ravens to win this game 28-21. But let me know in the comments section below, who do you have winning this game, the Cincinnati Bengals or the Baltimore Ravens? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, we want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.